Well, Johnny, of course, we won't give up on automatic promotion until it's mathematically impossible, but we really got to be looking at the playoffs now.
Yeah, look, realistically, it's going to be massive arse to try and get in that top three now. So we'll keep fighting, obviously. We're going to try and go and win 2 games. What we have to be make sure that we do is consolidate our position in the playoffs. We've still got a really good opportunity to go and get promoted out of the league, but obviously today is a missed opportunity. We're really disappointed with how it went.
You tried to freshen it up, put some attacking intent on there with substitutions in the end, but I think in the end it was one moment of quality that decided the game.
I think so, yeah. I thought we started the game really well. Look, purposely freshen that top line up. We brought the 2 young lads in. We looked bright, and I thought we was in control in the first half. And there was lots to like. We got some really good sort of situations that we didn't quite sort of make the most of. But I felt like it was us that was probing, and we looked decent in that opening. And then I thought second half we was poor. I'm really disappointed with the second half. We lacked quality. When we got into situations, we didn't find the right pass, we didn't find the right cross. When we did go forward, there wasn't enough quality on it. I'm disappointed with that second half of football. I know the lads are, especially after a really bright opening.
You always said you give opportunities to our young players. You did that today with Aaron Sassu, Osman Foyo. How did you think they got on in the first half?
I thought they looked bright, and sort of probably knew we'd get an hour out of Ozzy, in his first start in league football. So done what we expected him to do, got in some nice areas, and every time we did play forward, we wanted him to be sort of a bit of a pest up there, and got into some little situations where we thought, he might get shots off, crosses off. Probably could have done a little bit more in situations, but that could be levelled at everyone. When we have got our openings or our moments, we haven't done enough with that today throughout the team. That's not a criticism of any one player. I think the whole group will admit that we second half we dipped below our level, and then it's cost us.
There was a lot of experience in that team, a lot of leaders, but this where we perhaps missed somebody like a Jake Reeves?
Yeah, of course. He's your captain. He's the main part of the team. Helps us have more control in games. Without him, we have to be a little bit more sort of front foot and try and put it on the opposition a little bit more. We lose a little bit of control, but we've had good results, some positive results earlier in the season when he wasn't available, and so that's not an excuse. But obviously, when you've got a player like that, you're going to miss him.
Looking at the table now, of course, it's still very close up there. It's important, I suppose, how we sort of regroup over the next week ahead of our last home game. It's
massively important. Like, boys are gutted. Boys are in there. They're disappointed. They're despondent, and I get it. So are the supporters. It's a really frustrating one. I have to look at the game back, especially the second half, and sort of dissect that, see why we didn't maintain those levels. And we have to be really honest with ourselves as a group, because we need to be better than that, and we have been for the vast majority of the season. For the lads to get themselves in this position, they've been outstanding. So what we can't do is what we have to do is stick together as a group of players, as a football club, staff, supporters. Today stings, it hurts, and yeah, it's disappointing because of the lack of quality that we showed second half. Not lack of effort. These boys are giving everything, but we just didn't show the true us today, second half. And we have to do that if we're gonna still get where we want to get to.
And these fans today, they travelled in their numbers again here today to get behind the team, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. And we haven't given them enough in that second half going towards them to shout about. I think we've had some good chances in that first half. Joe's header, we got in some. Foyo got in a nice situation, Sassu, and I felt like it was coming second half. That we ain't giving them enough to shout about. Jono's had a header there at the end, and we're throwing players on and forward to try and get something out of it, and the game become a bit chaotic. But we never really had any control in that second half, and so we haven't given them enough to shout about.
Johnny, thanks for your time.
Cheers.